Just to give a little backstory, actually, prior to joining MachineMetrics, I was an operator and machinist, shop floor programmer for machines for 10 years. So I have a little bit of a stake in where the operator interface is going and how it got changed. So a lot of the feedback that we had heard prior to changing over to this new operator dash was that it was abrasive. We were seeing too much color on the shop floor. This is from operators' perspectives. So we went with a different type of layout that helped bring a little bit less abrasiveness to the shop floor and more of a tool for operators to use. Something that operators don't really get out on the shop floor is, other than obviously the machine tools, they don't get a tool for communication. So we wanted to make this the tool for communication. So I'm going to go, this is our machine switcher here. So we get to pick which machine we want to load up. So let me load up a machine. So this machine is already in setup. We can tell by the top bar what the current status of the machine is. So a yellow bar is going to show that it's in setup. A purple bar, which I'll show you in a second, means that the job has been paused. If it's green, it means that it's active. If it's blue, it means that it's idle. The machine state will always be up at the top bar here rather than being anywhere else on the screen. This gives you a quick view of what is actually going on your machine. As Jacob said, we changed it to a little bit of a different tabs feature. So our tabs that are available will show parts goal, and I'll show that in a minute. A utilization view that shows how your machine has been running for uptime versus downtime throughout the day. This machine has been set up for quite a while, so we're going to see a little bit of a different. I'll switch machines to show a little bit more detail into this. Downtimes that have occurred throughout the day and downtimes that have occurred in prior shifts. And you'll be able to see notes from prior shifts. If the operator leaves a note for the next shift, a note will be available for the operator to actually click on and see. Something that we do out on the shop floor all the time is leave a sticky note on the door of the machine saying that the machine's running good, or that tool 5 is breaking every 5 parts, so keep an eye out for that. We wanted to bring these communication tools to the operator so that they can not only converse between themselves and between shifts, but also bring the data and the communication to the management team to tell when things are going wrong or when you need help. Alarms will get put into the new operator interface as well in a little bit of a different way. It actually lists out any open alarms or alarms that have happened through the past couple of weeks. A parts goal is available for when you run a job and have the ability to see the expected part time that runs for the shift versus the amount of parts that are actually being made. One of my favorite ones is the current cycle time. So if I'm running multiple machines, I have this page up on each of my machines, and I get to see when I expect my part to be done versus when the times that in the past that it has been done. I can get to the machine faster that way and know that my machine is taking about 5 minutes a piece. I can walk over to the machine at 4.5 minutes, be ready for it, swap it out, get it back going, and I know that my other machine is still running at the same time. If OEE is something that your company is really focused on, we have the ability to have that out on the shop floor as a metric to really show what OEE, so it's an overall operational initiative rather than just a management initiative that management is worried about. You can bring operators into the conversation and communicate this a little bit deeper to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the job. So say the operator wanted to stop a setup because it's the end of his shift. He didn't finish his setup for the day and it's Friday. So he's got to pick it back up on Monday. So he's going to pause the job. This is something that you weren't able to do in our old operator interface. So now we give them the ability to do that. We're going to confirm that there was no parts made yet and confirm the pause. So now the machine is in a pause state and will allow the operator to pick it back up whenever they're ready to continue their setup as they need it. I'm actually going to switch machines here and go over to a machine that's actually running. So a little bit about the new interface with at least parts goal, instead of the entire screen, like on the prior operator interface, being all red if you are in the red, only the middle circle will actually show that the current goal of the machine is in the red or green or orange, like the operator was talking about on the video that we just watched. They also have the opportunity to categorize downtimes. Looks like this machine hasn't had a downtime in the shift, so I'm going to go to a machine that's actually in a downtime. They have a different way of categorizing the downtime via a actual category subcategory layout. So instead of having a large list of these downtime categories, they have the ability to choose the category and then the subcategory underneath it. Looks like it's not set up on this job, so or on this machine, so I need to fix that. But we now have the opportunity to make this a little bit cleaner, a little bit less cumbersome when you go directly to the categorization page, and make it a little bit more granular on the metric side, on the data side, for management to dig into what is actually happening at these machines on a little bit more of a granular level. The same thing goes for the reject reasons. They do the exact same thing where you can have a category and a subcategory, whether it's dimensional with out of spec on a whole, or dimensional out of spec on the overall length. Those are all options for the reject reasons to be used. We also have a new language selector. So if you have a multilingual shop floor, you have the ability to change your layouts to French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Russian, as well as having training guides available directly at the tablet. So when your operators are ready to be or are being swapped over to this, any questions that they really have can be guided to the operator training module that's inside of the tablet already. They can learn how to categorize downtime, learn the anatomy of the tabs, how to sign in and out. Things like that are all available to them so that they don't have to go and look around. You don't have to print out a booklet that shows how to use our tablet anymore. This is all directly on the tablet, ready to go. Something else that we are developing as well is our ability to create workflows based on these the downtime categories. Things like first piece inspection, that you need quality to come over to the machine, is something that we hear all the time from operators. They need quality over to their machine in a timely manner. So what they could do is categorize a downtime as when they're in setup, say, and categorize that downtime as first piece inspection. They categorize that downtime as first piece inspection. It sends a text to the quality team, and the quality team is aware now that at machine Robo 2, there's a part ready for inspection. This helps drive that action on the shop floor that we really want to use the operator interface as a tool for the operator, rather than just a way to categorize a downtime or as a way to see what is going on that machine at that exact moment.